Hello, welcome to my fourth E107 tutorial, and this tutorial was requested, and it was requested that I do a downloads and uploads tutorial. Now what we'll do is we'll start with the uploads and all the settings of uploads, and then we'll go to all the settings of downloads, sort that out, and then I'll show you it in action, sorry. Right, so we'll go to uploads, as I said. Now, first of all, enable uploads to public. Now, obviously, if you want uploads, you need to have this enabled. I know it says no public uploads, but when this part of the website says no public uploads, it means admins, it means members, it means guests, it means everyone, not just guests or people visiting the site without a login. So if you want uploads, you need to make sure that is ticked. Now here, storage type. Now you need to make sure this is flat file. If it's binary, as it says here, the chances are most files you're going to upload aren't going to be suitable as binaries useful with files under 500 kilobytes. Maximum file size. Now this part is touch and go with some hosts, as it says here that basically if you put in this box, say 10 million bytes, sorry, which is almost equal to 10 megabytes. I'll put a conversion in the description for you. Basically, it should allow your people that are uploading to upload a file that's up to the size of 10 million bytes, which, as I said, is almost 10 megabytes. However, some hosts have it written into their scripts that you can't exceed that 8 megabyte limit that they have in their PHP ini file. Now some hosts allow you to access your php.ini file, however mine doesn't. I tend not to have people uploading massive files to my site, so the 8 meg limit is fine for me, but just for the purpose of the tutorial I'm going to put in here 10 million bytes, which, as I'll say again, is almost equal to 10 megabytes. Right, now this allowed file types. Now when you first install E107, you will not have any file type. These file types will not be here. That will just be a blank square. This is because E107 has had quite a few security issues, so try and stop attacks and attackers uploading malicious files to your website. They've just taken all file types off unless you enable them otherwise. So to enable them, we need to go to your server, your file manager, as it may be called. I use FileZilla as quoted in another tutorial. You need to go from into your public HTML, and then into your E107_admin, and then you need to go and scroll down to file types. Sorry, that won't be there. Let me delete that. You need to go to your file types.php. Sorry, file types_.php file. You need to download this, which I have already done. And when you open it, it will look something like that when you first get it. So, say I just wanted to upload, for my guests or members to be able to upload them 5 file types. What I'd do is I'd save it just like that. Save as, and save it to my desktop so I know where it is. I'd save it as file types, no underscore, leave it blank, put just no space, nothing, .php. Save that, sorry, put that over there. Then what I need to do, refresh this part, here it is, drag it across into, again, E107 underscore admin. See, let's copy the cross. Now if I go here, submit, this would have changed, and as you see, them two file types that were at the end, .doc and .xls, have disappeared. So now, say I've decided I want to allow people to upload, what files are, I'll say just .doc for the sake of it. So what I need to do is I need to get that file again. So if I bring up FileZilla, you need to make sure you have the latest version, otherwise you could delete some versions accidentally. So what I'll do is I'll download that file again, and then I know it's on my desktop. So, and what I'll do is I'll open it up, and on the end of it I'll put comma space doc. And I'll save this again. There. And I need to make sure when I upload it I have the newest copy and overwrite the old one. So when I refresh this time, .doc on the end. So now people can upload doc files, which are Word documents, etc, etc. File permissions, sorry, for people to be able to upload. As I was saying earlier, now this is how you set who can upload. Now personally, I only ever have my admins uploading. My members don't need to upload, generally anyway. If they do, they can PM me, and we can sort it out that way. However, some people might want a moderators group and allow their moderators to be able to upload. And the way this works is anything higher will be able to upload. So if a guest can upload, members can upload, admins can upload, main admins can upload. If everyone can upload, obviously everyone can upload. If only members can upload, then that means members, admins, main admins can upload. If admins can upload, only admins and main admins can upload. So be careful with what you're setting. Make sure you get everyone that you need to be included. I would advise against having guests and everyone, or guests or everyone, sorry, allowed to upload, just because it reduces the security of your site. You could have someone come along who maybe just wants to destroy your site. If they don't have an account, they come up as a guest, therefore they won't be able to upload. As I said, I only like to set this as admin. So let's submit that. Right, now we're going to look at the download section. So we'll go in here. Won't worry about create download for now. Categories. Now this is important. Again, people won't be able to up or download if there aren't categories. Now there's a mistake that a lot of people make. I've made it myself. Basically, you need to make a parent category, and then you need to put a category within the parent category before you can put a download in it. Right, so say I'll name the category test. I'll put a little description in about what it's about, so just testing. You don't have to have an icon. You can select them or upload your own. Again, for an empty category, say there was nothing in it, you can have a different image. Now you can have this visible to different people, again, as I explained earlier, the different user classes. Sometimes you can allow people, allow people to upload, only say your admins are allowed to upload, but you want anyone that comes to your site to be able to download it. This would be the way you set that. So I'm going to leave this as everyone at the minute, because this document I'm uploading, because on my site I might not want to allow people to sign up to it, therefore no one's going to have a user account, and if I don't set it to everyone or guest, then people won't be able to download the content. So I need to select create category. So there it is. I'll set that order to 1 and update. Now as it is at the minute, I won't be able to upload files still, and I won't be able to create a download or put a download in a file. Even if I do, people won't be able to see it. Now this is what confuses a lot of people. So now I've got a category, I need a category inside that category. So you need to select the parent one, which is test, and I'm going to put, just for the sake of it, sub test, and the description testing will do. You don't have to put a description, by the way. It's just you'll be able to see when I put these in. You'll be able to see how it comes up. So again, you need to make it visible to everyone if you want everyone to be able to download. Create category, and again, I'll put the order in as 2. So now you will actually be able to upload and set downloads with them categories. So I need to go to options now. When it loads. Right, okay, so now we go and look at download options. Download handled by PHP. I always tick this, never had any problems with downloading through PHP. If you do, untick it, try it like that. I can't see why you'd have any problems. So, as I said, I'll leave that ticked. Show subcategories on the main download page. So basically, if you have a category, like I just showed, I had a category in a category. If you then had a category in that category, that's very confusing, but it would show on the initial downloads page. What I'll do is I'll make another category so that I can show you what I mean. Sub everyone. Okay, set that as number 3. Right, so now when we go to it, you'll see what I mean. Now it's up to you whether or not you include this subcategory count in the subcategory counts. Again, it just shows how many downloads you get within the category. Now I'm going to tick it because I want to be able to glance at the main download page and go, right, so that's how many downloads I've got from there, and that's that. Number of downloads to display per page, up to you again. If you've got a massive description on them, you might only want to do 5, sorry. However, if you don't have much description, you just have a name, you might want to do 50. I'm going to settle in between, go for about 20. Now you can sort them again by various things. I'm just going to leave it as ID, ascending. Right, now broken download reporting available too. So say people are downloading and then someone goes to download and it won't work. It'll come up, say, cannot find file, etc, etc. Now there's a little button I'll show you on the page where they can send a message to the admin telling them that they were unable to download that specific file. Now you might not want to leave this set to everyone or guests, because you can get bots on the internet and they might click it themselves and you'll get loads of spam email. You might want to leave this set to members so that people can actually report a problem to you. So I'll set that as members. Now you need to tick this if you want to get them emails. I tick it so I can keep my downloads constant, and as soon as there's a problem I get a message and I can get it sorted straight away. Now these two, well, I'll start with this one first, obviously. Activate download agreement. Now download agreement can be put in here. Agree ... Now before your members download anything, if this is ticked, they'll see this and then they have to click agree to download it, or don't agree, and then they'll be redirected back to the downloads page. This is so that you can just set some rules to cover yourself, or usage rules of what they're downloading. I don't personally use this because I never put anything where I need to cover myself or anything like that. Prevent simultaneous downloads by individual users. Now this is again up to you. If you have limited bandwidth for your site, this might be a good thing because it will stop the user going on downloading every single download you have on your page just to have a look at it. Sometimes you might upload something and they you only really want them to download one thing specifically for them, but they're just going to go download everything. Now you can just put this on and this will slow them down, so you won't use up your bandwidth so quickly, and plus they'll get bored and stop downloading it, hopefully. Also it stops bots, again, downloading more than one thing at a time. Use splash page to delay downloading of files. I don't know what this does, I haven't used it myself. If you do need to know what it does, I can find out and do another little tutorial on it. If anyone does need that, give me a shout. Right, custom download denial message or URL. Now you could put a direct message in here, a redirect message, sorry. So say you've set it to this, you set a specific download in a category which is open to everyone. You set a specific download in that category that's only available to download by members. When a guest goes to download that, they'll get this message if you've got one in there, or they'll get a custom a default message from E107. Now you can put in here, sorry, you cannot download this file as this is a members file only. Or you could put, please visit the registration page to be able to download this file, for instance. That's again up to you. So we'll click update on that. Limits. Now this is another useful thing. You need to make sure this is ticked if you're using limits, otherwise they will not work. So I don't actually use limits as I don't have a huge amount of files on my sites. If I did, or had a huge amount of people visiting my sites, I might be tempted to put these on. Now again, you just go by user class, and you can either go by limit download count, so you limit the amount of downloads they can make in a day, or you can limit the download bandwidth, so you can limit the amount of kilobytes they download every day. So I might want to set the guess to 1 download every 7 days. Add new limit, and as I said, make sure that is ticked. Update. Right, so now that's, as it says there, activation status updated, and then the limits now successfully updated. And I might want to put a members one, so they're only allowed to download, I don't know, 10 megabyte every day, and I'll add that as a limit. Now when you do an individual download, you can exclude it from the limit. So say I had one download that was 11 megabytes, but the members needed this to download this file. Obviously they wouldn't be able to because I've set it to 10 megabytes a day, so they'd never be able to download it. I can give it that file an exception, which I will show you in a minute. Right, anyway, I want to deactivate these limits. I don't actually use them, so just get rid of them. Right, now I'll go to mirrors. I don't use mirrors myself. If you have a second website and you have the same file on another website, you can link the two so that people will download them from the other website and not your website, if that makes sense. If you need more information on this is quite a detailed subject. Send me a request. I'll look into it more and I'll get more details for you, do another tutorial. As it is now, it's not completely relevant. So the last thing we need to do, if you're making the public or your members able to upload and download, you need to go to your site links page. You need to make sure you have an upload and download section. You need to make sure they're viewable to the people that need them. And you need to make sure that they're linked to the right page. So obviously uploads, unless you've changed it, is upload.php. I have it open in the same window. I leave it as a number 1 main. And again, as it's already set. Same for downloads, except the page is download.php. Now if we go to the website. Okay. Right, so now I've got my uploads and my downloads page. So now I want to upload a file. Now here you go, you need to select a category. So as I was saying, there's the category, subcategory, subcategory. Now I'm just going to put this in sub. Here it says what files I'm allowed to upload. And it tells me that if I upload anything else, it'll be deleted straight away. There's download limit, which I set earlier, which is a 10 megabyte. In bytes, underlined fields are required, so it just tells you what's mandatory to be entered. So I'm just going to put document number 1, and I'm going to go file and doc1, and then I'm going to put description doc num1. Version numbers generally used for things like plugins or I don't know, books, something like that, where you're drafting something or something's being developed while it's being downloaded. You don't have to, this is not a mandatory entry, it's just there for if you want it. Screenshots, say you want to let the person that's downloading have a preview of what they're going to be downloading. You put a screenshot in there. That's again got to be within the file allowed file types. So as it stands at the minute, I'd only be able to upload a JPEG, a PNG or a GIF file. Website URL, say someone uploads something, they might want to, it might be advertising their website, therefore they will need to put a website URL in there so that they know what their website is. A working demo, again mainly used for plugins and themes. Say you've got a theme going, someone might want to see it and use it. Likewise with a theme, they might want to see it and use it before they go and download it. So they'll go, you put in your website here where they can go and test it out. Again, it's not mandatory, it's optional. So I'm going to click submit and upload. Right, there you go. Thanks for your upload. Will be reviewed by an administrator. So now an admin, i.e. yourself, needs to go to your admin area. Sorry, I'll leave that one, go here. And when you go there, this thing here will have updated, saying one file upload. But just so you can see the other way of getting into it, public uploads, and it'll be there. Now you can see who posted it, and you can have a look at the details, when it was done, etc, etc. You can actually download the file yourself and have a look at it. Again, if you're doing this, be careful make sure you virus scan things before you download them, otherwise you're putting yourself at risk. So there you go. I'll just want to open it. All it is, document 1. Close that. Right, so now if you find it to be troublesome, remove upload from list and it'll be gone. So I'm going to click copy to download manager and it will take you to this page, so you can set it up so people can download it. So the person who submitted the category, it will come up in that category, so you might want to check it and then put it in another category. It's up to you. You can edit the name of it, you can make sure you select the right document from your server, or as it says there, you can add your own. So you can add it from, I believe, another website. Yep, another website. Mirrors, if you had one defined, it would come up. Author, because I was signed in, it filled in this information itself. If it wasn't, they can fill it in, or you could fill it in once you get to this stage. Author's website, again, if the user account had a website on it, it would have filled it in. Description, you can change that. Main image and thumb image. In your FTP, when you go to E107 underscore document files, sorry, if you put image in here or a thumbnail in there, then you'll be able to select it from here. I don't use them. I can see how people would use them. They could put a little preview of their download in there. Moving on, we got date stamp. You can put when it was posted. Got a little calendar here, select it. Or just as soon as you click update, it will then put the current time. So here, status, you can deactivate the download so people can't actually download it, but it will still be there. Active, but it's not, it is subject to the download limits, or file is not subject. So if, as I was saying earlier, you had an 11 megabyte file, but your default limits were 10 megabyte, you then select this file is not. But I'm just going to put this file is, even though I don't have any, just so you can see. Allow comments. Now this again is up to you. If you have members, you might want them to be able to comment on the download to say if it's a good download, if it's a bad download, give feedback on it basically. You can select who the download is visible to and who can download it. Move file into downloads folder. You want to make sure this is yes, otherwise you'll be left with one. You'll be left with a copy in your uploads folder, and you want to make sure that this is ticked. If you put no and tick that box, the file will get removed from your server again. So you need to make sure it's yes and ticked, or no and unticked. Submit. Now there you go. It's removed from my publics and put into my downloads. So now if I go to download front page, there you go, there's my download. Now if I go to my website again and go to downloads, right, so I have test as my category, then I have my subcategory, and this little arrow here means there's a new download within there. So as you can see, it's got the count of my subcategory on the subcategory. So if I go into the category, it's obviously I haven't put any downloads just in the subcategory, so I need to go into the subcategory, and there's my download. Now you can give it ratings. It will tell you how many downloads it got, what size, who's done it, etc, etc. Now I could just click get there and it will start downloading, or I can go onto the document and it gives me more information on it. You can rate it there, and that's what I was saying about the report broken link. If I click that, it will send a message to the administrator saying this link was broken, I was unable to download this file, blah blah blah. That's where I can comment. and that's where I can download. Easy as that, really. If I've missed anything or you have any questions, just leave a comment or message me. Rate, comment, subscribe, and look forward to hearing from you guys.